Hello students, I am here with the next subtopic of class 12 chapter 1. You know that we have discussed regarding the types of sexual and asexual mode of reproduction, types of reproduction, sexual and asexual mode of reproduction. So here I am with the next subtopic, that is asexual mode of reproduction from the chapter Reproduction in Organism. So you all know that we have discussed in the previous session that asexual kind of reproduction means in which a single parent is needed. It means it is a uniparental. It means no gamete formation takes place. There is no requirement of opposite sex. And the next thing is what? The formation of offspring is same as the parent. Same as parent means they are clone. Now you know that asexual kind of reproduction is of different types. So to remember different kinds of asexual reproduction, you need how to remember. It's so tough. It's so sometimes you might get confused, sometimes you will get forget how to remember. There are 6 types of asexual mode of reproduction. So I'll give you a better method to revise and recall and memorize that how many types of asexual reproduction is and how you can recall it and memorize it in your memory. That 6 kind of asexual reproduction. See, very sweet, rich, best friend forever. Very sweet, rich, best friend forever. Very vegetative propagation, sweet spore formation, rich regeneration, very sweet, rich. Now best is budding, friend fragmentation, forever fission. So here is the method to revise and recall and memorize 6 different kind of asexual reproduction. So now coming to the asexual kind of reproduction and the types of asexual kind of reproduction. Today we are going to discuss only 3 types of asexual reproduction. If I'll give you much more, you are going to speak it out. So today we are going to discuss about fission. You know what fission is? Just like, have you seen that magical ball? Have you ever break that mercury of the thermometer? If you ever done this mischievous things in your house, you will be able to know what is fission. So fission is what? When a particular organism splits into 2. It's break into 2. It means one organism produces 2 daughter cells, 2 organisms. It is called fission. Or you can say more than 2 also, because fission is of 2 types. So if combinedly we would say fission, it means one body is going to break into 2 or many. It's fission. So fission is of 2 types: binary fission and multiple fission. So binary fission is when the body is break down into 2. When the amoeba gives, just like I'm taking an example of amoeba. In the binary fission, it is performed by some of the bacteria, some of the protozoans. So just like taking an example of amoeba is a parent, and parental body when reproduce it give rise to 2 daughter amoeba. Why it is called daughter amoeba? Because that particular amoeba is having the potential to give birth to the another organism. So it is going to so one parent has given birth to 2 daughter amoeba. That's why it is a binary fission. Now the next is your multiple fission. In the multiple fission, one amoeba, or we can say just like one plasmodium, will give rise to many. So that is the multiple fission. And in this multiple fission, a term introduced itself is that is sporulation. What is sporulation? Sporulation means just like in multiple fission, if we talk about some amoeba, somehow amoeba also perform multiple fission. Amoeba, just we talked about amoeba perform binary fission, but amoeba also perform multiple fission. When it perform multiple fission during unfavorable condition, amoeba cover itself with a 3-layered covering which is called cyst. And whenever it get the favorable condition, it divides into many amoeba and the cyst wall get burst out, and this get transformed from one place to another, and so many amoebas generated. So this how the nucleus is first break down, just like if one amoeba nucleus is there, so first karyokinesis takes place and then cytokinesis takes place. What is karyokinesis? Karyokinesis is division of nucleus and cytokinesis is division of cytoplasm. So when the body of amoeba is breaking into two or many, first the division of nucleus will take place. First it will be the karyokinesis, and the second step will be the cytokinesis. When the nucleus will form, it will get encircled with the cytoplasm, and then it will form an organism, a different daughter organism. So this is how the binary fission and multiple fission takes place, and this is how the sporulation takes place. When the amoeba forms cyst wall around itself, this is called encystation, and the cyst wall burst out during the favorable condition. So the next type of asexual reproduction we are going to discuss is fragmentation. What is fragmentation? Have you seen mirror in your home? When you will fall the mirror, what will happen? It will break down into pieces. So one piece, if the one piece is able to give rise to the whole mirror, this is called fragmentation. Same as it is, Spirogyra is a kind of organism. When it is get broken down into two or more, single part give rise to the whole body of Spirogyra. This is called fragmentation. And the next we are going to discuss is regeneration. What is regeneration? If an organism lost its part, just like I talk about planaria, if you will cut planaria into two, the upper body part is not having the lower part, it will form the lower part by itself, and same as it is, the second part that you have cut, that is only having the lower part, it will automatically form its upper part. This is called regeneration. So finally, today's dose is over. We have discussed in this session types of asexual reproduction. What is asexual reproduction? Types of asexual reproduction. The way to memorize the six types of asexual reproduction. That is very sweet, rich, best friend forever. And what we have discussed in the types of asexual mode of reproduction. Types. The type we have discussed is the fission, which is of two types, multiple and binary. We have discussed sporulation. We have discussed regeneration. We have discussed fragmentation. So I hope you have liked this. Stay safe, stay home, and bye for this meanwhile, and subscribe to my channel. Hope you will ready for the next session I'm coming with, that is the remaining part of asexual reproduction. And finally we will done with this chapter soon after completing this sexual mode of reproduction. So bye bye till then.